Good morning, everybody. This will be released this afternoon, as usual. But hey, it is time for an actual resin work. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. This is the only chance I have right now for getting this done before the little screamer wakes up. Excuse me. I at least want to get this poured before he does wake up. Now, I don't remember how this mold goes together, so it's going to be interesting. I am going to add some of these stickers. Now, I don't know if you can see, but they have glowy eyes or sparkly eyes on the bats and stuff. Spiders are a little sparkly. And I'm going to add these to whatever portions of this mold I can fit them into. Like, I'm sure I can get at least a spider into these areas here. Hopefully I can find a way to fit a spider in this section. Sorry, I have hiccups. And then, you know those little doodads I made? Some of those are going to go in these as well. Now, I'm not sure how much resin this is going to take. I have my resin on the heat mat warming right now. And I have my measuring cup ready. And this, by the way, is a calibrated cup. For some reason, it works perfectly. I'm going to only mix about 4 ounces because I want to put the bats and whatever else down that I can. This here is the glow-in-the-dark purple acrylic paint. I'm only going to add a very small touch of this on the second layer. This here is glow-in-the-dark, and it's blue. That's why the purple has to be added so that I have a kind of a purple. And then I'm going to add these 3 glitters. They are purple. The one is a blue, and the other's a black. And this, of course, is the mold. How about that? I didn't have to torch you that I'm going to be using. Now, these are plain. I'm not sure their purposes, other than to hold sides together. And this is to hold them all together. I don't know exactly what's going on with this. But I'm sure I can figure it out a little bit. I hope. Anyway, I'm going to pause you real quick, and I'm going to get some resin mixed up. And I'm only going to pour a thin layer of these so that I can let the resin thicken enough to be able to pour the second layer so that there's not a whole lot of blending going on. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm just going to get this stirred up all the way. I do love these measuring cups for mixing in because they don't have any ridges on the inside except for the markings. So they don't have those little funky bumps sticking out at the bottom like the smaller cups do and everything. I poured 40 ml of A and 40 ml of B. And you mix until it becomes clear, and then, well, you mix it again for about another half a minute at least. Once it becomes clear and you don't see any more strands running through it, it's still a little cool, so it's a little bit more difficult to stir. I am hoping for no bubbles. However, resin is resin. It does what it wants to do. And when it's real cold like that, it tends to create and keep bubbles. Scrape all the bottom. Scrape around the sides. Scrape your stick every little once in a while, and then scrape down from there. Now, the reason I'm putting clear in first is I don't want the stickers to be hidden. And I'm adding the glitters to the clear. And yes, I will open it over these other areas because, well, it's going in there. So I'm not worried about it infiltrating that. I do not want a lot in here of each color. And grab a wet wipe real fast. and clean this off. I don't want to mix the black in with the other, the purple in with the other colors. So of course you wipe that, and then you use a paper towel to dry it. Now this blue, I do have more of it, but I don't want to have to go get it right now. But luckily there should be plenty in here for my needs today. I am doing this after 4 a.m. I just got through doing that Temu haul for everybody. There we go. And whatever resin I don't use for the clear layers of these, I will be putting into the Hear No Evil skull. And each one of these skulls will be done as extra resin. Now notice I didn't completely stir that because I got to stir that glitter in. And of course you do have to worry about your time. Now this is the black, and I do not want it overpowering anything. So it's getting such a very itty bitty small scoop. It's been a long time since I've poured epoxy. A very long time. And I miss it, I do. But life has had its little way with me lately, so hopefully I can get through these 31 days and then skip over for a little bit of Thanksgiving. And then I missed autumn completely. I might try to get an autumn one done, and I am going to do that in between. So you will see some makes, well, some days you'll have like 2 or 3 videos to watch so that I can get caught up. I am putting all these videos into my Octoberween 2024 playlist. So if you ever want to just sit and watch, let it just go, then yes, please visit my playlists. I do have shopping haul ones. I don't know that all of my videos are in these playlists because I might have missed 1 or 2 or 3. Kind of do that a little bit, you know, when you're kind of really tired. You just accidentally skip over everything. And since the app for your phone is different from the app on your tablet and the website on the computer, they don't have everything available for you to be able to choose on your phone or your tablet, and then you have to end up going into your computer if you have one. I don't know too many people that have computers any longer. Okay, but yeah, they have a lot more you can do on a computer. And I guess in order for me to have a computer that's working, soon I'm going to have to choose the, I don't want to pour that in just yet. Let's get the bats. Okay, I know that this is a base. Oh, okay, I know what these two are for. They're for the top of these here. Okay. Okay, so I can put the bats and stuff in that. That's awesome. I do have to put them in upside down. Okay, 1 second while I grab a pair of tweezers because I'm going to dip these in. Oh my goodness. And here's bat number 1. I'm going to have to figure out which one is what. I'm hoping it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to see on these sides. Okay, there's more on one end than the other, so try to determine which way's up and which way's down. I'm going to go with the smaller portion is down, the other is up. Ruh-roh. One moment, everybody. Okay, there we go. Kind of make him skewed a little bit. Let's grab another one. Okay. down in. Try to keep the bubbles out as much as possible. Okay. Luckily there are two of each bat style. And then there's opposite bats. Okay. I'm just going to try this first. Sorry, sometimes I have issues seeing. Okay, that worked out a little bit better. All right. Got a little bit that dropped to the side here. Let's get that cleaned up. I also seem to have a cat hair under there. Actually, I think that was a dog hair because I don't have any. Well, I do too. I have a couple of Siamese. Now, this will probably take a while to cure because the edges of these mats do not heat up very well. Okay, so I got those done. Now let's get some spiders. We'll have to, of course, put the larger spider on the top there. I don't want to rip these spiders, but they are a little difficult to remove. Sometimes you can't even get them started off the plastic. There we go. I can't even, I think I got these spiders before our one department store changed ownership and name, and then that one closed out, and so it's been probably 10 years. Okay, I got that leg to come up. Let's see if I can do this without ripping a leg off. But yeah, they've been around a while, so go ahead and get these in. There we go. Spider going down that way. Okay, excuse the frog in my throat. Okay, here's the other one. By the way, these spiders also have iridescence. The bats have iridescence. Okay, got that one off. Okay. Stay where I put you back. There we go. Now we'll get the smaller spiders. Let's go with this little critter. Okay, got that one. Maybe one or two in the because he's already busy. And I think I'm going to move that spider from there to there. And the same thing we'll do with this side because it's spider web anyway. So another itsy bitsy smallie spider. Trying to get enough of the legs up so they don't rip a leg or two off. Oh wow, this one pulled off with plastic. Interesting. And, well, one of the legs folded under, so I'm not going to use that one. So let's go with this spider. I could use my craft knife to help pull these off, but since I don't see so well, I don't figure that's a very good idea. Oh, good. That one came off so much better. All right. Now I just got to pour enough in for each one of these. Get these tools wiped off. Get my bats out of the way. And just in case, what I do is put this in between the tweezers to make sure that there's no resin that's going to seal them shut. And then, of course, we'll wipe down our fingers in case we have any resin on them. Gloves, that is. All right, let's do this. Yeah, flat blade. Might have to make it more real quick, too. But like I said, it's just a small amount I need for now. The urge to just fill just drives me nuts. Now, I do have this level, so I don't know what's going on here, but it's trying to run back towards this area. Well, it's because the mold is bowed. Run this around the edge. Give the bubbles a chance to rise. Okay, let's get this one a little bit more. I do wish these pieces were separate so that I could pick them up and ship them around to let the resin flow where it needs to flow. Love those frogs in your throat, don't y'all? Okay, let's get some into here. I'll have to pour very slowly here. And help guide this all the way through all of this. Try a lot harder not to move my spider. Sorry, I'm concentrating on trying to see. I'm definitely going to have to make more. But I'm hoping that this moves in where it's supposed to. Make sure that these little areas that are supposed to fit into the other pieces are no bubbles. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause and work on this, and I'll be back as soon as I can get this done and get it ready for the next layer. All right, this should be ready for me to add the second layer. I don't want it fully cured because I want it to adhere very well. I did put the rest into the skull. We're going to set him aside somewhere. And I'll grab my little cup here. Let it warm up a little bit so that when I pour the resin in, it'll be warm enough to work with. Now I am going to dome these, but only slightly so that when it shrinks, they will fit. And now the test to see how set this is. Oh, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect timing. All right, let me get the resin mixed up. I'll be right back. Okay, resin's mixed. This is the color of purple that's going in. I don't know if you can see that very well. I'll put a little bit more on there. But that's the color that's going in. This is the paste. It does have to be mixed extremely well. Let's get my tweezers over here to try to get this open. At least they do seal these properly. Although I do hate it when these things are difficult to get off and just want to rip up. All right, let me see. Let's get a wet wipe here and get my tweezers wiped off real fast. Okay, I do have to stir very well because it is very well separated. So I'll have to do that off camera because I don't want to knock anything into the mold. Wow, this stuff is thick in here. It's definitely settled to the bottom. I'm going to pause you while I get this mixed up. Okay, sorry about the shaking. This stuff was thoroughly solid at the bottom. It took me forever to get it scrape free, and I didn't get even all of it. And basically what they did was they took a bunch of luminous powder, dumped it in either part A or part B, and sold it as that. As a resin paste. Sorry, I just had to scrape that last bit off the bottom there. And even then, it's just trying to resettle, so I'm just going to have to hurry very quickly here. I think I've got it. As I said, very thick. Just really thick. Okay, I'm going to take a bunch of this. Not too much. I did mix up 100 mils. And let's see. How much do I want to have luminous in this? All of it as much as possible. So I'm going to add a little bit more. Get that closed up. And mix this in first before I put the paint in. Now this, of course, will make it cloudy. And you must keep it stirred until you pour, because otherwise it will settle. And you don't want it to settle in different weird places. All right, now I'm going to put some paint in. Just a little is all I'm going for. Just a hint of color. We'll put it on there because I don't want to overpower anything. I don't want it opaque because it is for a light. I'll put a little bit more in. Just like that. I did shake the paint. Oh, I think I can add just a little bit more. All right. There we go. Now I'm hoping not to have to mix any more resin at all, but you never know. So we'll just go ahead and get this poured in and see how well we've gotten it. Sounds like Rex is having his lovely time. These were a little difficult. You have to let it drain down in. Whoops. Oh, crud. Overflow. I knew that was going to happen at one point. Let's go ahead and get into the spider webs. If I have to mix it more, it'll be for the sides. Seems the house is starting to wake up a little bit. I gotta let my husband know I've already fed the cats. The only thing he might have to do is let the dogs out again. Give that time to run down into everywhere. I'll have to get something to scoop that out of there. Make sure this one here is completely full. Let me get a tool for that. Okay, yes, that one's full. Let's make sure these are full. Into these little cracks and crevices. get this flooded out of here. Might have to get a little spoon and scoop some of that out. Okay, I think that one's got enough. This one might be able to do with a little bit more. This is what I mean. These molds are not fully, they're not sturdy enough. Wipe off my tool real quick. Get this poured the rest of the way out. Oh my goodness, Rex. And of course I ran out. All right, I'm gonna pause you, get some more made up, and be right back. Okay, I did not go ahead and make any more resin. There was actually enough for me to scrape out of each one of these and have them more level. So they're all covered now, and so now comes a 4-hour wait to see if it's cured well enough. Hopefully they shall, and well, I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. They are cured. They are just now hardening the rest of the way, but I want to get them out before that happens. So I cleaned this glass about as clean as it can get. And so we're just going to go ahead and begin removing each little piece. Some of this did overpour in a couple areas. Just a little bit. So it's going to be easy enough to trim out. Okay, that one ended up with a bubble. Ah, the corner is still soft. I'll show you how to deal with that. I'll be right back. All right, so when you have those soft corners like that, what you want to do is grab a pan, put some ice and cold water in it, and then set it in there. You don't want it to bend though, because then you get a permanent bend for a while. I had to take a little bit of time and go get Salem out of his little cottage, since this is cured. Okay, that should be easy enough to deal with now. There we go. And then go ahead and finish setting that in there for the time being. Get the rest of your things out. And there's always a chance other corners have not finished. But the problem usually lies in the fact that, as I said earlier, your heat mat only covers so much space with heat. There we go. These are going to be the more difficult ones to get out. So what I'm going to do is set that in for right now. Get it as cold as I can. And it doesn't matter if you get water on the glass. This is a tempered glass. However, it's not shatterproof, so not break-proof. Okay, Salem, honey, you can't get to climbing up my leg right now. I love you. Would everybody like to say hi to, ouch, to Salem? He wants to say hi, apparently, pretty badly. Let me get my mold out of the way here. And he's up the leg. All right. Say hi, Salem. Hello. All right, people. He's getting so big. He now sleeps in the chair where I normally try to sleep for my naps. So, yeah, not happy. But, you know, babies are babies. You give them priority. Can you let Mama do the rest of this, huh? Thank you. I love you, but go play. I'm sure that you've got a toy somewhere that I've given you already 1,000 times. Okay, we'll do the same thing here. Ow, 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 ow. He doesn't like to take no for an answer. Stop climbing up my bare leg. I wear capris, and he's ripping my legs apart so badly. Ouch, 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 ouch. pain. Oh my gosh. He's climbing like I'm a monkey bar. Ow, ow, ow. I tried to hold my legs up away from him. All right, let's get these out of here real fast. Real fast is not exactly completely operative in this realm. Okay, let's try to get it out though. One side of the top did get more purple glitter because it settled before I could get it all poured. And I know I should have stirred it some more. Oh, I'm kind of out of frame there. I'm sorry. Okay, we're just... Oh, 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 here he comes up the other leg. Look, young man. Rip up one leg at a time, please. I have what I lovingly call battle wounds from a lot of different babies I've raised over the years. And that's all right by me. I don't plan on winning any beauty contests. Especially not now at my age. I don't want to break it. Because while it's cold, it can snap. Especially in the more delicate areas. So, let's tip it back in. This time, upside down. He's sitting on my lap. Oh, no, but he's not. He's coming up my chest. That hurts. Oh, you decided you didn't want yourself on camera again, huh? All right. Let's get this one out. And set it down in. Let's finish this one out. Ouch, you're biting the wrong area, young man. Wow, ouch, ouch, ouch. That hurts. Okay, I gotta set this one back in for a minute. I've decided, except for the curing process, like when I'm doing, ow, 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 ow. Sorry, that's in the wrong spot. Ouch. Stop, no. That's enough. I love you too, but not playtime just yet. But I'm going to, the long parts that have to be done, like when I'm dusting with mica powders and everything, I'm going to go ahead and do a speed up on that portion so that you guys can watch the whole process. Ouch, that hurt. Cute little whatever piece there now. Ouch, stop that. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. I'm gonna put you back down. Just because Brian lets you do all that. You know, I'm the mama. You're not supposed to hurt the mama. Okay. Let's remove these things out of the way. Get these pieces wiped off of here. Now he's down there terrorizing everything else, so that's good. And no, ow! That hurt. Don't you scream at me. That hurt. All right. Let's pull all the pieces out. I'll get a paper towel. Wow, you can barely tell which side was what on this one. Okay, that's the underneath here. Yes. Okay. And that's the underneath. Okay. Ugh. I'll get this out of the way. And I'll be back in 2 seconds. Just gotta grab paper towel in. I'll grab a couple extra. He's chasing me because it's fun. Okay, let's put that there. This here. Puzzle pieces. Just try to make enough room for all pieces to fit on this. Trying to catch all the water before it got to the paper towel, but not so good at that. Dry it off. As well as I can anyway. Pull this back into view for you. And yes, when they're cured enough, I remove them off the heat mat and then place them on this glass on the rack so they have air circulating to cool them down. Young man, I may have to pause this, but I don't have time. Not if I want to get this up properly. Okay, this is the base, and that's what was uncured at that time. Well, not uncured, just really too soft. It'll have time to finish hardening the rest of the way a little bit later on. And yes, he really does depend on me. For playtime and everything. Although there are a couple of the cats that are finally coming around and checking on him when he screams. Well, there's the one with the one spider. That's the rooftop. And then that's the other spider. Probably a lot easier if I hold it up over something white, huh? Okay. Now, so you can see, I will go ahead and grab some more paper towel. Ooh, I might get lucky. It looks like he might be heading for the front room to go terrorize the dog. I'll be right back. You go to the front room or not? No, you're not chasing my feet. You have to stop hurting Mama. Okay. So we have parts already here. The only thing we haven't seen are the two rooftops. So, a couple bubbles, but nothing horrendous. And, oops, that one's upside down. There we are. The rooftoppies. Now let's see what this thing looks like together. Okay. So we've got this portion. One's front and one's back. Okay. These fit here. Supposedly. And I know I didn't get them too thick. Young man, that hurts. Okay, that one went down in. And that one's going down. Okay. Next comes this one. It does help if you can actually see where these are. Oh, that one might be a little too thick. Oh, I hope this works. If I had eyeballs, that would work. Can't see if that works. Okay, I got the one most of the way in. This one doesn't want to go in. Back in a second, I'm going to go and grab my other vial. Alright, all these are for nails. I'm just hoping I can get this one back out. Yep. So I can trim this one down. Yeah, backside. Trying to figure out which is back, which is front. It'll be the one with the roughest, if it's the back. Alright, so. Alright. It's almost as if the holes that these fit into aren't wide enough. I mean, far enough apart from each other. Okay, let's see how far I've got those down. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Now we just need to put rooftops on. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, it looks like it's like these pieces right here, these little fit-in areas, they're not wide enough. So we're going to figure it out again. I'm going to put you on pause while I try to get this together. Okay. After, 45 minutes of sitting here fighting this, I had to tape these sides together. The rooftop, let's discuss that real quick. Let me grab that part of the mold. As you can see with these two pieces, there is a slant here. That slant goes up here together. So when I put my things upside down, I did it wrong. You're supposed to put your embellishments facing up. And this is top, and this is top. The rest of it, pretty much self-explanatory, other than you will absolutely need to pour your main pieces. Well, these are your main pieces, your two ends. You will absolutely need to pour them under a little bit. You can dome it slightly, and then take a little spoon and pull a little bit out after that, after you get it domed. Because, as I said, I spent 45 minutes getting this together and then found out that my spiders and bats are the wrong way. However, it is now put together. It is still semi-soft, and that is why the tape is there. I was having troubles getting this not to squish down. It's still bending, but the spiders do show, barely. And so now it's time to remove the rest of this tape. This is just Scotch tape I put on here. You would probably be better benefited if you use painter's tape, because Scotch tape is one of those items that likes to really stick to things and then peel away, in strips. However, I don't remember what I did with my painter's tape, so I used the Scotch tape. Let's see, there's one more piece on here. Okay, oh, there it is. What's that thing? Oop, there it is. Oh, sorry. I'm holding this very gently because I had to sand all parts of these top pieces here. These pieces right here, they do not actually fit in the rooftop that easily. They're too large, actually, side to side. So when you're doing this, you're going to, have to fight to the death with your mold or with your pieces. Now I just had that. There we go. Okay, so it is together. Now, I have a lot of daylight. And this is what happens when you have cats and dogs. It does still work, oddly enough. But one of the cats knocked it out of my armoire, my computer armoire. And so Baylor, my yellow husky, thought it was a toy and took off with it. Oh my goodness, you can barely fit it in there. Okay. So let's see if I can, it's daylight right now, so it's not going to look too great, but I'm going to try. Turn off that light. And I'll be right back while I turn off the main light. And maybe I can find something to block it a little bit. But that's the light. That's the lantern. Got to kind of turn it upside down with the way my camera is positioned. Whoops. There we go. All right, day 5, done. Next, I'm not sure what I'm doing next, but I'm going to start it right after this. All right, you know, the whole drill, you know, thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below, please reach out to me. And, of course, thank you to all my subscribers. I would like to also invite those that have not subscribed yet to subscribe, and you can see all the wacky crap that goes on this channel, like this. How to not do something, but how to do it. So let's pull that out of there. Turn it off. Yep. Dogs. Yep, gotta love them. Now see that lid, that rooftop is trying to lift off again. So I will probably have to tape it down long enough for it to cure fully.